In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hello and good morning. Still 60. I think it was 60 yesterday on Toledo Bend. That's what happens when you have that water kind of modifying the temperatures. It's cloudy out that way, a little cooler than what we are back here in Alexandria. Actually, let's see. I could be lying. No, 66. So yes, it is a little bit cooler. Actually, come to think of it, those were the temperatures yesterday. I think our tokens are screwed up again. Let me take a look. I will look into that for you. Looks nice out there, a little cloudy. And here's a look at your radar. Nothing going on locally, nothing going on close to home. So I believe tomorrow the kids get out of school and then they're out through Tuesday. I don't have kids here anymore. I have kids, but they're in college, so I don't concern myself with that. But I'm going to take you on a weather tour that will it'll fit the Mardi Gras weekend. So yes, the storms are there later in the evening. I'll talk about that in a second. Snow up to the northeast, rain up there in Iowa in February. It happens. 54. Yeah, those temperature tokens are screwed up. I'm going to have to get on the horn with Drew and get him to fix that because I can't. 63 in Lafayette, 63 New Orleans. I know everyone's going to disperse out across the state here over the next few days and elsewhere. So I'll take a look elsewhere here in just a bit. Wind gusts for today, nothing too crazy out there. Looks like some light winds and really not much going on here over the next couple of days. Looks like a little weird low pressure trying to spin up there. I don't think that'll necessarily happen. But hey, it's going to be a non-breezy day out there. It's going to be in the low to mid 70s, some clouds, but not a bad one. Now, the big story is going to come in as we get toward the weekend with these showers and thunderstorms moving in. And I wanted to show you a little weather nerd thing real quick. I will not belabor the point, but you can see here, there comes our trough, very clearly going to be pushing into our area. That's going to bring us some storms. And one of the things we watch is like the ridges of high pressure and all that. And you can see how this one sweeps right through. Then we have this ridge of high pressure that's more pumped up behind that. And what that's going to do, looks like this thing's going to come toward us. It just rides up that high pressure ridge. So kind of cool, misses us. So we're going to see that one, see that ridge kind of trying to flatten out, but it's going to stay north. So I don't know, I just thought it was fun to show you that. Plus we have no time constraints. Now we get to the fun stuff. Showers and thunderstorms heading into the area, but a little bit slower than what we had been forecasting. I still think we get some scattered stuff out ahead of that main system. So we're looking for some lighter rainfall, scattered showers probably for late morning into midday Saturday. Actually, I think up until about 6 o'clock Saturday, we're not going to see a ton. And then you see this, if you remember from yesterday, this line right here was over Alexandria at this point. So it's slowed down about 3 or 4 hours. There is the severe threat. I think the later it gets, though, we're going to see even less instability. So it's a marginal risk we have right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see that bump to a slight, but rolling through the middle, the heart of central Louisiana around midnight, 1 o'clock, sometime in there on this model. I'll show you my timing forecast in just a second. And then it pushes on to the east, apart from this guy back here, and that's going to rotate through the area. You see 10 o'clock in the morning, so if you're setting up for the crew parade, could be some rain out there for that. I think most of that activity gets out of here, but some scattered showers will linger. Now, I also know a lot of people leave central Louisiana, leave Louisiana for Mardi Gras altogether, and they head to Disney, and it looks like they're going to see the rain moving in there around 10 o'clock. You see right down there rain continuing for part of Monday. So if you're headed down that way, again, download the Cenla Weather app, add your location. You have your location here. That's awesome. You can just add Disney, add Orlando, whatever you want to add. You can add anything. The world is your oyster. Actually, I think the country is your oyster, but I'm not sure. So that's it. Beyond that, it's pretty clear. Now, here's your severe outlook, marginal risk area-wide for Saturday. This is the lowest risk. It's not going to be a crazy outbreak. I just think with that solid line of storms moving through and with winds 50, 60 miles per hour, not too far up in the atmosphere, I think we're going to see some strong gusty winds out of this. Now, if you are paying attention to yesterday's, I know it's not going to be exact here, and I'm going to post this so people can kind of compare the two from yesterday and today. But 3 to 9 p.m., that has left the building here. I think the heaviest rain, the heaviest window for rain, now about 6 p.m. to midnight over western parts of the area, and then 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. over the central and eastern parts. And then if you're down toward New Orleans, it's well after midnight. It looks like Baton Rouge, probably close to midnight. So all those activities down there are looking pretty good. Lafayette and Eunice, I think you're looking good too. Anywhere in between, again, that's why I'm giving you this whole map here so you can kind of take a look and see what it is going to be at your given spot where you're going to be watching the parades or sitting inside and watching me, because I'll probably be talking about weather. This one is down to 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. I still see 1 to 2 out of this, maybe some isolated 3-inch totals. Good chance for storms, obviously, on Saturday. The wraparound stuff on Sunday, and then glorious weather for Fat Tuesday, 74 over 47, 79 degrees there on Ash Wednesday, 55 degrees, the overnight low. And what we're going to see beyond this, it looks like it's pretty warm. I don't think we have any huge systems rolling through. Again, that high pressure builds up. That keeps us warm. It keeps us protected from heavier rain showers and thunderstorms and big systems that could come through. I do think, again, toward the second half of this outlook, the 23rd through the 26th, we'll probably get another system in there. Y'all are welcome. You're so polite and sweet. I'm going to post the updated timing thing because a lot of people are reaching out about different events. I know we have different events going on all over the place, timings all over the place, so I'm just trying to make a map to say it's not just one event we're looking at here. So if you're like heading to Pineville for something on Friday, you're good. If you're heading out in the, I think the Pineville, I think the big one there's noon to 6. I think you're set there. I think everything, scattered stuff early, and then we're going to see the heavier rain move in after 9 o'clock on Saturday. But I will post about that. But hey, you're in the know. You already know what I'm talking about here. Okay, that's it for today. I'll have an update for you tomorrow, and we'll really be able to get in, look at the high resolution stuff, and see how this is all going to roll through, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Have a good Thursday.